And we are back to the stupidest fucking case so far.
Oh, indeed, and will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth, I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court.
When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work.
Please, please. She's trying to call on Mia, isn't she? That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now you thought the memory was a dream. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out and I lost my memory of the events.
How the fuck did it run out?
Yeah, that's also, I have no idea how. Pah, it's the same claim Mr. Yogi has made.
The claim that you told him to make.
Yep. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. This case is stupid. Whatever, let's get this over with. He got into the courtroom to observe one of his father's trials. Whatever. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day?
I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost and Mr. von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Mr. von Karma, you were handling that case? It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details.
That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. An earthquake struck, trapped us in the elevator. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in the elevator.
Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first. But then as time passed and no one came to help...
Father and Yogi lost their composure and began to fight. What did you do then?
I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then... something heavy fell at his feet?
I still can't believe they are trying essentially a 9-year-old's crime. That's not a crime.
Yep.
Like, I don't even think America's courts would do this.
Probably not.
Like, seriously. It would be taken to court. Let me get this straight. This 9-year-old kid, was stuck in an elevator for 5 hours. There was a hell of an argument happening. Everyone was oxygen deprived. And he just threw something and it just so happened to go off and kill somebody.
Apparently.
Yeah, send him to prison for life. It's like,
Yeah, send him
what?
to prison for life.
Give him the death penalty. The fuck? No, America's courts are messed the fuck up.
But not
I
this
don't even
messed
think
up.
they would be that messed up. Then
Yeah,
again,
no, they wouldn't.
America has a jury. This courtroom does not.
Well, let's see what he has to say about this something that fell at his feet. Although we know what it is.
What was it?
A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi's.
Wait, they carry pistols?
The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster.
Are they that easy to take off? Is that just a fall?
Apparently. And you picked it up. What happened next?
Picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it?
I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. Single gunshot, okay.
The gun fired once.
Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream.
The scream.
Okay.
Time to bring up trauma. To this day.
Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live.
There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. I don't know what it means. I better find out and quick.
Okay, so what do we do here? And then he screamed.
How could a single gunshot inside the elevator do this?
Yes, that's a very good question. Also, if there's a hole in the window, that would also mean oxygen came in.
That's actually not the thing I'm focused on. Are you telling me he threw a gun, it hit the guy's heart, magically, and they found it in his heart, so... Are we saying it went through the window, bounced back in through that same hole, and then hit him in the heart?
Yeah, apparently, but I don't think that's how bullets work.
No, I don't either. And that's from his heart. So, hold on. We've just gone through so much here. I don't know. So, I'm going to present this photograph.
Aha!
So, there was only one gunshot.
Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see.
No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Take a look at this. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago, and in it lies a clear contradiction to Mr. Edgeworth's testimony.
Well, I can see the victim, Gregory Edgeworth, lying there.
Okay, I have to ask, are these people fucking blind?
Yeah, because I can clearly see down a bullet hole. What do you mean, a contradiction?
Just as I thought, the judge is clueless, as always.
I make him sound way too professional, don't I?
You make him sound too intelligent.
Yeah.
Judge, if you will look at this hole in the fucking window! As should be obvious, the contradiction is here.
I see a bullet hole in the door.
Your Honor, Miles Edgeworth testifies that there was only one gunshot. However, according to this photograph, not one, but two shots were fired. One shot hit the victim, the other hit the elevator door. I ask you then, why did Miles Edgeworth only hear one gunshot?
This photograph does seem to confirm a second shot. However, when was the hole in the elevator made? It might have been there before the incident occurred. But if it was not there before, it has nothing to do with the incident. If it was there before.
If it was there before, they wouldn't have oxygen issues.
Yeah, basically, if it was there, there would not be.
You fucking idiot! I'm done.
Mr. Wright, do you have proof that this bullet hole was caused at the time of the incident? Well, yes, obviously, I suppose we do. What do you think about it?
Proof? Like physical evidence? Do I have that?
We have the bullet.
But this bullet was only taken from his heart. That doesn't prove it was already there. Air in the auction was depleted at the time of the incident.
No clues were found at the scene. One bullet found in the heart. The weapon was fired twice.
So there is proof there was 2 bullets. And
yeah, there's proof it was fired twice if you go back to the victim data.
Yeah, so under victim data, it says fired twice. So yes, we do indeed have proof. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you the proof.
What? Impossible! Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof.
I just realized these are maxed again.
Why do you have the proof the bullet hole in the door was related to this incident?
It has to be this.
I think so.
Your Honor, the answer is in this file. Yet again.
You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you?
Well, it is a file about this literal case.
I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page shows the link between this bullet hole and the DL6 incident?
Victim? Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard 1 gunshot. Yet the murder weapon was fired twice.
Order! Mr. Rice, what are you driving at?
It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else.
Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be?
The murderer, of course.
I know I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page.
The case summary. That's on page 1.
Look at what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullets would have been discovered on the scene. It does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the only one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door.
Oh yeah, because so many bullet holes are made in doors.
Oh, totally.
That are unsolved.
Order! I will have order! Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. Tesk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter.
How did this happen? I don't believe it. I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident?
What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection?
I'm sorry, Maya.
What?
It looks like I was wrong.
Nick?
If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing.
No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent.
I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now? I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years.
Nick? Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only one bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
No, it wasn't! He threw a gun and fired itself! Oh my fucking
That's a
god!
very bad gun. Like, I know the safety was off, but still.
But the fact is, Edgeworth didn't fire it. He threw it and it just happened to misfire.
Yeah.
A gun shouldn't misfire, typically.
Precisely. I would like to ask one thing on Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention?
I still don't think I would call that saying he killed his father, but whatever.
Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitations of the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce the verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now! Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words.
Mr. Wright? Do we have any objection? Do we have something?
I want to object, but is there anything we can even do?
We have the bullet in the heart, and we have the thing for the weapon, like the weapon's prints.
So here's the question: where did the second bullet go?
Oh my god! Check the court record.
What do you want me to check?
We have that other bullet.
What about?
Like we have the
nope,
bullet.
not that.
No, we have the bullet in the back. Still bears clear ballistic marks, and then we have the first bullet. If they're fired from the same gun.
This one?
Yeah.
These are no. This pod is over. This gun is used for the case we've been dealing with. We've confirmed the 3 shots this thing's been fired for.
Right.
So, and this bullet's from the murder of this. We're focused on deal 6.
But if click on the bullet right next to it, it still bears the ballistic markings. If we object with that and prove that it has the same ballistic markings as that pistol, that
so
links both those weapons together.
So let me get this straight. You are saying that this gun was kept for 15 years purely for revenge?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
By Von Karma.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds about right. Sure, I object. I don't know why, Your Honor, but I object.
Test. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object?
I have no fucking idea. Oof.
Nick?
I don't know. His case is perfect. His case isn't perfect. We are literally essentially trying a 9-year-old here. What the fuck is wrong with this?
Oh no.
Ah! It must
It
exist.
must exist.
Oh wait, is that Maya? Or Mia?
I have no idea.
Oh yeah, it is.
The second bullet.
What? What did you just say?
Nothing.
Oh sweet, I'm a spirit medium! The second bullet must exist. But where?
Someone took it. It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait. The dead have spoken, Your Honor. The second bullet does exist.
Excuse me?
Wait, Your Honor.
Hmm?
The The second bullet, it existed.
What? But we've just heard proof that it did not exist.
Well, fuck your proof. I have better proof. The ghost said so. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
But who?
The murderer.
The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer?
I'm still thinking about that one. Give me a moment.
So the criminal took the second bullet, but why?
Huh?
First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? I think they had to find it. I think the murderer had to find the bullet.
What if we... So... Edward threw the gun, it went off, and he heard a scream. A scream he hasn't forgotten.
Yeah.
The second bullet is missing. So, we're under the assumption that he threw the gun, it shot through this window, and hit somebody outside? Which caused them to scream.
Oh.
Because a shot in the heart's going to kill really damn quick.
Yeah, like almost instantly.
So I don't think there'd be much of, if any, scream there.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
So we have to assume whoever was shot lived. But why would somebody be standing outside the elevator?
That's a good fucking question, especially if they are not helping them.
And it's been like 5 hours. Bear in mind, at this point, it's been like 5 hours. So if we're under that assumption, that he was basically forced to take it.
Yeah, the murderer had to find it.
But, no he didn't. He was shot by it.
Oh right, yeah, the murderer didn't need to find it.
Hold on, I don't know what logic the game's going with, though, on this. Because, like, I don't like how these options are worded. The murderer had to find it. No, he didn't. But the murderer didn't need it? Why isn't it the murderer didn't
Oh, yeah, and it says Von Karma went on a long vacation afterwards. I think Von Karma was the one who got shot.
So, you're saying Von Karma was shot and went on a long vacation to recover?
Yeah. Because he had to recover from the gunshot, the gun wound.
So which is the option to take here?
The murderer didn't need to find it because it was already in him.
I mean, we'll go with that, but I just don't like how this is worded.
Yeah, me neither.
Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue.
What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Bah, the murderer had no reason to take that bullet. We don't want to admit it, but it's true.
Had to take it. Okay, yeah. Had to take it. The murderer... What does that mean?
You're thinking too normal. Think crazy.
I've played this game enough to be thinking crazy already, Mia.
Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene, but, the murderer, had to take the bullet.
Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean?
Well, for instance, what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer?
Yes. The bullet hit the murderer?
Just saying, for instance? I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there, you know? Wait a second. Is this crazy enough, Mia?
Yeah,
I was just talking.
I actually think you just got what happened.
I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened?
Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer himself was shot. And they left with the second bullet still inside of them. Thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime.
Yeah. I guess that's how it would work, yes.
But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean...
The murderer came from outside, yes. Oh my fucking god, what are the chances of all this shit happening?
The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges, and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. You should probably have said all that. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer.
No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone.
Hey, Nick.
Huh.
I just thought of something really crazy.
Crazy? Fuck it! Let's hear it!
Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. He had an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. What if Von Karma didn't take the vacation because of a shock?
But took it because he was injured. What the fuck is happening?
I knew it. Which would mean...
It could only mean one thing.
He was the murderer in the DL6 incident.
He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth.
It was Von Karma.
Oh man.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed.
No, Your Honor. I think I've just solved the case. Just gotta figure out how to tell you it without being deemed insane.
Yeah, basically. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? I don't know.
I think we have to say it now.
So if we say it now, then we have to argue with Von Karma. But if we don't say it now and save it for a better time, how do we get to that better time?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, because we lack a lot of the evidence stuff.
Fuck it! Say it now. I don't know. Your Honor, this is going to sound batshit insane. But there is a suspect. One lone suspect.
Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect?
My hands are shaking.
What?
Von Karma! God damn it.
Von Karma?
I warned you it was insane, Your Honor.
You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there? Bah. You don't object? I see no needs. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection?
Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Okay, how does the perfect record have anything to do with taking vacation?
Yeah, it does not. It does not have anything to do with that.
Like, I don't understand that part. Like, oh, he has a perfect record, so he never takes vacation. It's like, what? How does that make any sense?
Yeah.
I guess I don't have a perfect record either at work because I take so much time off. Fucking hell. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason and never again?
So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where'd I go under the knife, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick. Let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use.
Edgeworth?
No, that's you. I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness.
Grr.
We have a metal detector.
Nobody is that perfect and oh my god, are you fucking serious? Wait, I do? Oh,
Yeah,
shit,
we have
I
a fucking
forgot
metal
about
detector.
that. Oh my fucking god.
If his bullet is still inside him, it's gonna beep.
So, let's get the logic straight here. Edgeworth threw the gun, it shot Von Krabbe. The elevator door opened after like 5 hours, so I don't understand that part. He picked up the gun, shot Gregory Edgeworth, left the gun after cleaning his prints off of it, and then left for several months to heal his injury and carries a bullet to this day in his shoulder.
Yes.
Fuck it! Crazy enough!
This is great.
Grr, nobody's that perfect, except Von Karma apparently if this batshit insane logic's happening.
So what now, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane.
No, we're going crazier than that, Maya.
Yeah, he left it in.
No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Told that to Rambo. Wait, what does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where?
Test. Well, Mr. Wright. Can you produce evidence to prove that I were shot? Yes, we can.
Oh my fucking god, this is the dumbest shit. Alright, Von Karma. I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much.
What?
The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is...
A metal detector!
Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where's that bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself.
You don't mean...
I do. The shit's insane, and how do you comprehend that but not the bullet in a picture? God damn it. I hate this judge so very much. There is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma.
Is that even possible for all these years? It's very much possible.
Well, there's one way to find out. I have a metal detector! What the fuck? Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find! Oh, he doesn't look good.
Oh, he does not look good. I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means... You acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you?
This shit's getting ridiculous.
Order!
Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector.
Judge, I call for suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy.
The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now.
Enough! I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean?
I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. It reacted. Something is inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma?
You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen. And so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident.
What?
I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident.
Then why wouldn't you have it removed?
Yeah, that's a good fucking question. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6.
But why wouldn't you have it removed?
But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that?
Like, I get the logic of not removing it when it's a murder bullet, but if I was shot in the shoulder right now, I would have the damn thing removed.
Oh yeah.
Like, seriously. I could get Von Karma's logic of, ow, I was shot, and I'm not going to ever have it out because it'll tie me to a murder. Not, ow, I was shot, I'm going to keep it for shits and giggles.
Yeah. Proof? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence.
That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday. But I have a bullet from DL6.
Yes. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright.
No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma.
What?
You were close. One day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof.
What?
Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. I used Polly! No, the bullet. That's the only thing.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. That's... a bullet? Where did you get that?
This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact.
Ballistic markings?
You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago.
Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullets. It's quite accurate.
We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove that bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on the bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma?
That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know! Help, I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier! Stop breathing my air! I'll stop you! Stop breathing my air!
Man, that was repeated a lot.
Get away! Get away from my father! Ah! It's that scream I heard in the elevator. 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma? Only you would dare defy me. So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. Wow. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you! I'll bury you with my bare hands! Death! Death!
Dude.
15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth! It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Tesk.
I mean, that actually does make sense that he would blame Yogi in that situation. He never saw Von Karma.
Yeah.
And
Makes a lot of sense.
apparently ghosts don't exist outside their bodies once they die.
Apparently not.
So, yeah.
Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge? What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring me an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears that we have come to a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned.
What the fuck?
December 28th, 5:38 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! I gotta say, I'm impressed.
It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it.
I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory.
So, it's finally over, Edgeworth.
Right?
Yeah?
I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you, Wright.
You're welcome.
I think you could have done better than that.
Damn it, Maya! He's trying, okay?
Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth.
She's got you there. Whoop! Amazing, pal! You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party! Dinner's on me.
Oh no!
You have money? My salary went down a bit this month. But who cares?
See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop!
Oh my fucking god.
That's what he got!
You know what? I don't care. Give the detective a raise, too.
I feel foolish. Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it.
It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all! That was not what I was expecting.
Lana!
Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth! Congrats!
Thank y'all very much.
I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. What?
You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you?
Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lana? Who, me? I went back to college in the last 2 days or so.
That was quick.
Seriously. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park?
Oh no.
Oh shit. Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over.
Oh no, has this new girlfriend broken up with him?
Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. Can we just kill him, please? You don't look sick. It's Beyonce. She's gonna live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind.
Oh, she's going to be a Parisian model? Oh, nice.
Should have seen that one coming. Yo, Edgy! There you are.
Yes, here I am.
Congrats, Edgy! Here, a little gift for me in celebration.
Celebration? That's unusual for you.
Harry Butts! You come along tonight too. My treat, pal.
Holy crap, that's gonna be one hell of a bad salary then.
Huh? Thanks! Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick! That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry.
Right.
Yeah? What's up?
That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it.
Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes.
It's $38, right?
Oh my god, did Larry steal it? Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. 38 exactly?
Nick! Wasn't exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in the school?
38? No. No! Larry, it was you!
What are you surprised about, right?
Huh?
Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect.
What?
Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history.
I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you?
I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember?
Yeah, too well.
Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts.
I know.
Really, right? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out.
Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth, you should have told me.
No, Nick. It was 15 years ago.
Yeah, well, so is today's court case, apparently.
Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes.
There you have it! Ugh. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did.
Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist.
I'm becoming a prosecutor now. I'm going to arrest Larry on something. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. Death. The death sentence for both of you. Man, if only I'd known. I'd have become a prosecutor.
The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all.
Edgeworth.
Want to switch, right?
Hey, y'all! Line up! I'll take a photo!
Hey, photo time! Let's go!
And after that, dinner on me.
Poor Gumshoe.
Ugh. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, both physically and mentally. Even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Why? He was literally declared innocent on 2 charges.
December 29th. Holy shit, how long is this going? But I imagine this is about to be the end, right?
Yeah, it should be.
So we'll just keep going with this recording, I think.
Yeah. I mean, we're at 53 minutes, so...
Yeah.
I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh. It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter.
Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Aww.
Goodbye? What time is it? Gah! The first trains for the mountains have already left. To the station!
Oh no.
I guess I'm too late.
Hey!
I guess I'm not too late.
Nick!
Maya! So, you're leaving?
Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits.
I mean, that is true.
And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
What? Wait!
What?
I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help.
Huh?
On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice.
You heard my sister?
Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at that very end when I thought we'd lost everything.
Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. You could talk to the fucking parrot!
I mean, anyone could talk to the fucking parrot. But whatever. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya.
Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in the daze.
Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Oh, fuck.
Evidence?
Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up.
Polly?
No.
Oh, yeah, the bullets!
She took this from Von Karma.
Yeah. A bullet?
Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to Deal 6. But you were the one who rescued that last piece of evidence we needed. That was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me.
Nick.
Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you.
I'll be back soon.
Huh?
I'm going to complete my training and come back.
Okay. I'll be waiting.
Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless.
In the meantime, I need a new female sidekick. I don't know about that. See you, Maya.
So, this is it.
See you soon, Maya.
Oh, that's pretty. That's cute. Thanks, Nick.
Next time I see you, you better be able to switch between you and your sister immediately. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins as an amateur defense attorney. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Oh, great.
Don't think you graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim?
Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh. I got a bad feeling about this. What the fuck's happening here?
It's like a movie.
Okay, well, that's the end of this one. I'm sure there's little bonus things like this, but eh. Oh, cool, Mr. Edgeworth came down. Ugh, I'm not... What the fuck?
They're just trying to establish all the characters with some fun stuff in between the episodes, I imagine.
Yeah. I think this was 3 games originally, and then they just combined it into one, so this is the end of the first game.
Right, that makes sense.
Because this is 4 episodes, essentially.
Yeah.
A cheese shop?
Okay, you really get around. Oh, now he has a new lady. Missy.
She's in Hawaii.
She's in Hawaii. Why do you get all these ladies that are all models?
Oh my god, dude.
I gotta say, this was actually a pretty... Oh my god, that guy?
What have I been busy with? No, you didn't! You showed me what an incompetent prosecutor's like. You know what?
But yeah, this was fun. This was
I'm
fun.
just ending the episode here. I'm done.
Yeah.